So yesterday I talked about the Fabian Society, which has come more into public consciousness in the UK because of its close affiliation with the Labour Party. But now I want to talk about another think tank that most of you won't have even heard of, and that's the Council on Foreign Relations. Now, this is a really important think tank because its fingerprints are all over Western policy, globalism, foreign wars, migration strategy, and the economic direction of entire nations. But we don't vote for them. We don't see them. However, they are so influential in shaping our future. The CFR was founded in 1921 in New York. Like I said, it's a think tank, this time specialising in foreign policy, geopolitics and economics. Importantly, its membership comes from right across the West, and it includes the political elite, CEOs, bankers, military leaders and media figures. It publishes Foreign Affairs, which is hugely influential amongst policymakers, and it also hosts these closed-door discussions with world leaders and the corporate elites. And it sounds like a bit of a model for many of the other groups that we'll discuss that all seem to be interlinked in this shady network of just think tanks and nefarious organisations, and we'll keep covering them every day. So this one, it's not a government body, but it's deeply connected to those who run governments. And as I say, it's not a shadow government, but it doesn't need to be because its members are the government, are the media, are the banks, the military and the corporations that shape the modern West. And behind the CFR, again, like many of these think tanks, are the biggest corporations and the wealthiest foundations in the world. BlackRock, Bank of America, Chevron, Apple, Boeing. And then there's individuals and families whose donations keep the think tank running and hosting the elite who shape our world. So the funding itself, it comes from members' dues, philanthropic gifts, and they come from foundations like the Knight Foundation, the Pritzker Foundation, and the Luce Foundation. So with an endowment income of nearly $670 million, revenue from foreign affairs, and then smaller sources of rental property income and event fees, it's certainly a powerful, punchy organisation. And then just look at the membership. So some notable members from America include Anthony Blinken, you've got Lloyd J. Austin III, you've got Michael Bloomberg, Larry Fink, Madeleine Albright, and then over in the UK we've got Sir Mark Lowcock, former UN humanitarian chief Sir Nigel Sheenwald, former UK ambassador to the US and NATO, and then we've got Rory Stewart, who was a former UK minister and a bit of a weasel. So this network, it spans governments, corporations, media and academia, and they meet, they discuss, and then they influence policy both in the US, the UK and the rest of the West. But what we also can trace is that a lot of the members